Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, if you just joined us, Paul Watson from England. Recap the top story, red linked on Infowars.com for folks. Because if you go to DrudgeReport.com, they're linked to our article on Mark Dice with folks in California thinking it's racist that John Boehner says he doesn't like Mexican food because he's a Yankee, doesn't like spicy food. People are obsessed on if someone doesn't like Mexican food. Meanwhile, we've aborted 53 million babies in this country. It just shows the total disconnect. But for folks that just joined us, recap what I believe is the most satanic thing I've ever seen. Because true Satanism isn't a guy running around in a Baphomet outfit having sex with a bunch of cheerleaders, as Hollywood sells it to make it look popular and fun. It is inverting evil and saying it's good. It's inverting good and going, it's loving and good and wonderful and the best thing in my life to kill my baby. I'm keeping a picture to remember how fabulous it was. You know, this is the greatest day in my life. That is true Satanism, whether this woman knows it or not. But obviously, she probably just read the script they gave her. And she sells abortion all day to young women. You can see the abortion seductress who sells this to young women. This gives you a bird's eye view into the true snake basket that these facilities are. Paul Watson, you've got the floor with your comments.
This was a counselor at a New Jersey abortion clinic who got pregnant, didn't tell her partner that she was pregnant, decided to have the abortion, decided to film part of the procedure, put it on YouTube and write a Cosmopolitan piece about it. And as you can see from the video, she's smiling during the procedure, she's giggling, she's humming, she's saying, I'm a lucky girl, this is cool, this is like I'm giving birth. It's a big celebration of killing a baby. And just remember the story we covered not so long ago, which was that the remains of aborted babies are now in the UK and other countries being used as incinerator waste to literally power hospitals. So literal Soylent Green type activity, using dead fetuses, dead medical waste from abortions to power hospitals and other facilities in many countries of Europe. And of course, you mentioned before the break, the University of Melbourne study, which was a couple of professors that came out and basically said, a newborn baby is not a person. It's not morally wrong to kill them, and then we should encourage people to do it after birth. Literal infanticide, which countries like Pakistan and China are routinely condemned for, and rightly so. And you had two major professors at the University of Melbourne calling for that to be implemented in the West.
Keep going.
Then we had another story, which was, of course, as I mentioned before, the Kermit Gosnell situation, which again was, it was routine that they were killing babies after botched abortions, after they'd already been born, they were still alive, viciously mutilating them. And who knows how prevalent, how common that is. And from a medical perspective, Alex, there was a study that just came out of Johns Hopkins where, and this came out just last month, women who have abortions are 180% more likely to develop breast cancer. So this big thing about the right to choose as a health right for women, it's actually putting them at far greater risk of developing breast cancer.
And by the way, that's been known for 50 years, and it increases cervical cancer, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer. Your body, your body will terminate a pregnancy if it needs to in almost all cases. And that's the way mammals work. If you terminate it artificially, your body says, hey, I need to bust a cap in this lady. I mean, your subconscious brain, your whole engineering says, you know, something's wrong, and you basically start dying. Paul Watson, you've done a great report. I know you've added a lot of links to it. What you get at Infowars.com, Breitbart broke the story, picked it up. It got picked up by Huffington Post and others. When you go to Infowars.com, you get all the links to give you the big picture of how it all ties together. Anything else you'd like to add, Watson, on Ukraine or anything else?
That's it, I think, Alex.
All right, thank you, Paul Watson from PrisonPlanet.com. We'll be right back with world news and more. Stay with us.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosates that is found in water supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or two, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our Immune Support Infusion Blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great-tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com. The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding and making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv. Aborted babies incinerated to heat UK hospitals. Soylent Green, ladies and gentlemen, is made out of people.
But now children are literally being passed through the furnace in order to fuel hospitals in the UK. They're being sacrificed on the altar of efficiency and prosperity.
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
The powdered flesh from dead babies. Some people believe they can cure disease.
Because of its enormous popularity, Soylent Green is in short supply. Remember, Tuesday is Soylent Green Day.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. You must evacuate the area. Today is Tuesday!
The federal court ruled that the shareholders of PepsiCo, big Bilderberg Group company, are not allowed to know what they're using the baby parts for in the flavoring, but we already know. So enjoy the flavor.
We're going to get the real solution, which is going to be a combination of death panels and sales taxes.
I'm consistently pro-death. I'm for assisted suicide. I'm for regular suicide. I'm for whatever gets the freeway moving.
Is spending $1 million on that last 3 months of life for that patient, would it be better not to lay off those 10 teachers and to make that trade-off in medical costs? But that's called the death panel, and you're not supposed to have that discussion.
They told me to say that they were sorry, but that you had become unreliable.
Is this the kind of society that you want to live in? Any kind of society that would do this to its children will do it to its senior citizens. It will do it to its dissidents. That kind of society will also eventually turn on its police, on its army, on its prison guards, on the quislings and the collaborators who make that possible. This is nothing but a suicide cult.
The scoops are on their way. The scoops are on their way. I repeat, the scoops are on their way.
You will find out why Soylent Green means life. You will find out why Soylent Green means death.
We gotta stop them!
What is the secret of Soylent Green?
Soylent Green is people!
Next thing they'll be breeding us like cattle for food. You gotta tell them.
Now, if you just joined us, we're well into the second hour here today. Larry Elder is going to be joining us, syndicated talk show host, to break down how do we beat the race card system that the socialists and globalists are using with the case of Donald Sterling and other morons. He'll be joining us for 30 minutes. We'll continue with phone calls and news into the third hour and a bunch of special reports from Cinco de Mayo that has been turned into, in many cases, kind of a globalist anti-American holiday where American flags are not allowed to be in view. So we went out and have 4 different powerful reports filed from everybody from Darren McBreen to Zachary Jackson to Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs to Leanne McAdoo. So that's all coming up. We also have another report filed at the big Operation Shield police state takeover in Boston that happened a few days ago. Dan Badandi covered that. It was on the nightly news last night. Some of these reports have not even aired yet, so we'll premiere them here. Obviously, I've got a lot of other news to cover on Ukraine, the economy, the Democrats. We're going to get to it all right now. But if you just joined us, we played that Soylent Green piece where fiction meets reality, because there's a chilling video being promoted by the Huffington Post, Think Progress, and other White House-connected groups. This woman filmed her abortion to show other people it doesn't have to be scary. And the woman says it was, you know, just a gift. She kept the picture of the baby. She felt so loved. It was like giving birth. I mean, this is the abortion cult. And that's what people are calling it online, even on Democrat websites. They're going, this is really creepy. This is cult-like. If you look at the photo on the front page of Infowars.com for Cosmopolitan for women, I mean, it literally looks like what you'd expect if aliens came to Earth, pod people. They would act like this woman. She's got that same Heaven's Gate, Hell Bop, Looney Tune look in her eye. I just love it. But it's beyond that. She is a person that sells abortion for a decade on her bio. She's a counselor that tells you to have the abortion. She goes, it's easy, it's fun. Oh, baby, oh, I'm a pretty girl. It's fun, a big deal. It's like giving birth. Look at your beautiful body. You can have the baby. It's like having birth. You're going to have the baby forever. We'll give you a picture. It's like going, you went to the pound and got a little puppy? Take a photo in the parking lot and then strangle it. And then you keep the picture of the puppy. I mean, it is just beyond cult level. These are parallels. I'm not saying she's in Hell Bop. I'm not saying she strangles puppies. I'm saying these are the parallels I have in my mind. The video is on Infowars.com. Woman celebrates her cool abortion on YouTube. And it is without a doubt the most satanic thing. It is more satanic than just in the way it's presented. Than Nazis in black uniforms with naked women with babies in their arms shooting them in the head. Because the Nazis are wearing death skulls. They're wearing black uniforms. The women are begging and crying. They're clutching their babies. The women know it's evil. The women know it's corrupt. They're clutching their babies before they're shot with Lugers and machine guns. You ever watch those film footage? The Nazis are very proud of it. In fact, a lot of it's filmed in Poland and Ukraine. How you like your women herded into a pit and you're clutching your children. We can put the naked image. Just type in naked women shot by Nazis. And it's just shots of hundreds and thousands of women lined up. But this is openly satanic. This is black uniforms, skulls. This is a death cult having a satanic ritual. In fact, the Nazis called the SS the cult of blood and the cement of blood. and they liked it.